Hi, Marta and Tony. This is Becky Liana with Gray Owl Marketing. I spoke to Tony yesterday and I promised that I would send this video to you guys. I will keep it brief, but I do just want to show you some tips that you can use today to help bring in more customers to your business. Because oftentimes in the world of internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to keep up with how the internet can really work for them and benefit their company. So if by the end of this video you like what you hear, you can shoot me a message and we can connect. Or at the end of the video, if you simply want to just take these free tips and do it yourself, that works too. But let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I notice, obviously, is that you guys do not have a website. And this is important to grow your business. Websites are a way to attract customers to you. And Google ranks websites, not Facebook pages. So you're really missing out on a lot of traffic. And there's a ton of business in the upholstery world right now. So when you think about this and come here, the first thing I'll talk to you about, since you don't have a website, is your Google business profile, which is right here. And looking at your Google business profile, this is one important factor when you think about your online presence. And there's lots of different ways that you can grow and build your profile. And I'll share some of them with you today. The first thing is definitely Google reviews, which I see you guys have a lot of. You have 58 Google reviews and you have almost a 5-star review. So that's really good. You can tell that you guys are doing a lot of great work over there. So that's important. Keep that up. The second thing that I'll talk about when you think about your Google profile is what we call the NAP, which is name, address, and phone number. You want to make sure that your name, your business hours, your address all show up consistently in your online presence. So again, if you have a Facebook page, I see that you guys are listed on Yelp. You really want to make sure that everywhere you're listed, like Yelp, or Yellow Pages or Facebook, Whitebook, City Star. You want to have as many of those locations on the web as you can. And when you put your name, address, and phone number in those locations, you really want to make sure that it's consistent and they're exactly the same as your Google profile here, because consistency is really important to Google when they're deciding who they want to rank and who they want to show people. They will look for the consistency throughout all the platforms. The third rather tip I'll give you is thinking about these pictures. I love that you guys have pictures up here, but want to think about saving these as important keywords. And we'll talk about keywords here in a minute when I show you one of your competitors' websites. But instead of saving these, for example, I pull this up, you have it saved as UV. You want to think about saving it as important keywords that people are searching for, as well as put a geotag. Geotags put you in the map in a location, and by doing this, Google sees what type of work you do and where you're doing it. So when people are searching for similar things, you'll show up in those sections. So again, when you think about your online presence, a lot of people will do things like I did here and put in automotive upholstery Atlanta and get a search pulled up. And this is what we call a buyer intent keyword. That means when these people put these search terms in the website, or excuse me, in Google, they are looking to make a purchase. So it's really important that you start showing up for those types of things. And if you show in this example here, people search a lot of different ways through advertisements, or they might search in these top 3, what we call the map pack, and the top 3 locations show up here. And then the third way is this organic search down here. So people might decide to search here or look at ads. And you can see, because you don't have a website, they're not showing up in any of these locations. So we'll take a look at one of your top competitors here. And when I pull up their website, they have some good visuals, but the first thing I see is they don't have a ton of content here. And Google really likes to see at least 1,500 words on the home page in order for you to rank well. So if you were to decide to make a website, you could easily outrank these guys by putting that content in there. And that's for two reasons. First, there's businesses who show up on the first page of Google have a lot of content. And so because these guys are number one, you could easily outrank them for that. So if you were to think about this, you would think about a couple keywords, that buyer intent keywords that people are searching for, and populate your website with those keywords, and that would help you rank. Another thing, the third thing that I'll share with you is about thinking about your company's online reputation. So you guys don't have a website, but if I look at this guy's website, we can look at their online reputation. And Google likes to put people in the number one spots with good reputations. So you can see, for example, your competitor here, your number one competitor, has 302 referring domains that are pushing 785 backlinks to their websites. And this is giving them this strength, these strength numbers here. But something you have to remember is not all backlinks and referring domains are created equal. So while they do have 302 referring domains, if you look over here under the do follow, only 257 of them are really powerful ones that are giving them their strength numbers over here. And this is a formula that Google uses to come up with these numbers here. So UR and DR are very important. You want to see it above 20. You want to see it around 30 or 40 if you can. But this would, even though this looks intimidating with 257, this would be a site that you could easily outrank. And look at how much traffic they're getting. They're getting 568 searches per month to their website. So if you decided to build a website and use the strategies that I'm telling you, you could easily outrank them and start taking this traffic away from them and growing the business into your location. So those are the 3 tips I wanted to give you. It's all about thinking about building a website. And if you go to Google My Profile, they do allow you to build a free website there. That would be a good start, but it's not going to rank for you at all. When you use Google's free website, it's not going to rank. So if you did decide to build a website, you want to put in a lot of good content, 1,500 words, and optimizing buyer intent keywords. You also want to think about optimizing and going on multiple platforms and putting your name, your address, and your phone number exactly as appears on your Google profile and multiple locations like Yelp. And then you also want to think about the strength of your website and building a strong strength of your website if you were to decide to create a website. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be number one on Google. I hope this information was informative. You're certainly welcome to reach out to me. My number is 518-225-4207. Again, Becky Layana with Gray Owl Marketing, 518-225-4207.